Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, we are from group 15 with the member Ageng Tirtayasa, Irma Widiawati, and Aurelia Iza Salsabila. Here we will explain about analysis of journal article and the title is Vocabulary as a Part of Linguistic Competence in SMA English Textbooks in Indonesia.
Alright, now we have several contents that I'm going to explain to you. There is 5 of the contents. First is journal informations, and the second is about research background, and the third is theory. Next is research methodology, and the last is about results and finding. Okay, now we are talking about journal informations. As you can see on my PowerPoint, the title of this journal is Vocabulary as Part of Linguistic Competence in SMA English Textbooks in Indonesia. The author of this journal is Sylvester Garidus Sukur. Journal of this article is Academic Journal Perspective, Fall Year, Fall 8, Year 2020. The link, as you can see on my PowerPoint, that's the link of the journal. Alright, now we are talking about the research background, yeah? Okay, what is the background of the research and why is he or she conducting that research? Okay, this research examines how much English textbooks for high school students in Indonesia have made a viable vocabulary to support the acquisitions of communication skills. Regarding vocabulary-related materials, the content of the 3 textbooks selected for this study is inconsistent. Not all textbooks and chapters have provided students with resources to learn and improve their vocabulary. And English textbooks created for all SMA students in Indonesia are encouraged to consistently develop materials and topics, especially vocabulary. This research was conducted in the Yogyakarta Special Region from 2018 to 2019 using a content analysis survey method.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm recognized. My name is Aurelia Iza Salsabila from Group 15, and here I'm going to explain about the theory that used from our analysis of a journal article on linguistics. This research then used the theory proposed by Chalmsky, Krippendorff, Newman, and Merriam as described above. The survey method is based on the survey methods of Chalmsky in 1989, Newman 2014, and Neundorf 2002, and qualitative content analysis is performed in several phases. States that it will be done. Identifying survey question, identifying survey types, preparing the original data source, selecting data sources, determining samples, classifying coding, developing coding schemes, trying coding schemes with samples or data, code material, data validation and cleanup, and then data analysis and interpretation.
Okay guys, here I will explain about research methodology. And here is what is the research design they use in conducting their research. It might include type of the research. The research use descriptive qualitative research. Okay, the researcher described that the research is about qualitative content analysis, which aims at elaborating in inductive whether 2013 curriculum-based SMA English textbooks in Indonesia have met the criteria of English textbooks, especially in terms of the provision of material for students' vocabulary improvement. And the author used in vivo 20 plus, 12 plus for data management and analysis, which include the process of 1. Coding the data, verifying and cleaning the data, aggregating data, querying the data, and analyzing the data. Okay, the second is object or subject for the research. The object for this research are the vocabulary-related materials that had to be contained in the 3 selected SMA English textbooks as the data source for this research. Okay, the third is technique of collecting data. The author used document analysis technique to collect the data. The documents as the data source were limited to the 2013 curriculum-based English textbook for SMA students in Indonesia. The main instrument to gather the research data was the researcher for a reason, as argued by Heikman and Crocker, that it is beneficial for the researcher to be the research instrument because the researcher can respond to, anticipate, and adapt to the source of data and setting of the research. The author also used other types of instruments of collecting the data were direct observation and NVEVO 2012 plus, which could be used to manage and analyze data and to write the final report. Okay, then the technique of data analysis. This research used document analysis technique to analyze data. For this purpose, the researcher used the Quires program in NVEVO 12 plus. The data were analyzed by referring to the data that have been coded in the nodes of NVEVO 12 plus. Coding process was done by based on the data findings from the data source. The queries in NVEVO 12 plus helped to explore the data and the coding result. The Quires program also helped to compare categories during the coding process. This research also used cross-case analysis technique to analyze the data by comparing the vocabulary-related materials contained in each selected textbooks.
I'm here again, Aurelia Iza Salsabila, and now I'm going to explain about the research and finding. The materials that are categorized as the vocabulary related contains as part of the material part of the linguistic competence include morphological recognition, phonological recognition, individual sound pronunciation, word stress pronunciation, lexical recognition, and vocabulary exercise. The analysis results demonstrate that not all components that belong to the vocabulary-related materials are prepared in the SMA English textbook. They present their finding with a diagram graph. There are 3 graphs. Graph 1 demonstrates the vocabulary-related material provision. The vocabulary-related competence in the 3 English textbooks cover imbalance number or percentage of vocabulary-related content. Graph 2, the findings related to materials for lexical content of the 3 books are presented. There are 2 facts that must be highlighted. They are inconsistency and imbalance of material provision. Graph 3, the difference of the research findings for the concerned topics. Graph 3 shows that the material coverage for vocabulary-related content demonstrates different number of materials. The finding as seen in Graph 3 present a big gap among the 3 textbooks.
Okay, now we come to the end. Thanks for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.